Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Welcome. Good. Welcome back to our podcast. So today we're going to do a check-in. We keep scheduling guests to have on,
Mm-hmm.
but at the last minute it doesn't work out. And so we haven't quite figured out how to navigate around that, but we'll get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will
So
get there.
welcome back. Been a couple weeks since we recorded.
It has because the first week, my household got sick.
Mm-hmm.
We got COVID for the first time. Well, since COVID's been a thing, because we had COVID at the end of 2019, but they wasn't telling us that COVID was a thing yet. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we were sick and didn't see Kennitha for a week and a half. We talked, but we didn't see each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started feeling better in my household.
Yeah, then my household was sick again. So
Yeah,
we was going through it.
we were.
Yeah. But we're all better now.
Mm-hmm.
So we had I know we were talking about the sip and paint
Mm-hmm.
in previous episodes. So we did our sip and paint yesterday. Yesterday was Renauda's birthday. Happy birthday,
Thank
Renauda.
you.
Miss I'm 42. That's all she kept telling people last night.
Because they was
I'm
trying to get
42.
me to do stuff and I wanted to go to bed.
I was like, okay, is she just excited to say that? Or
No.
she keep telling people, I'm 42.
Because I wanted them to leave me alone. I wanted to go home. And Monica was like, stop saying that. Like that's going to mean something. Like that means you old and you can't do this. And you can't do. I said, it does. It does. It means I want to go home.
That means I
ain't got
have
time for
reached my
this.
capacity. I am over it. It's time to go to bed. Like, it's only 8:30. Okay.
Like, okay.
That's fine. We started at 4.
Yeah.
Something. Mhm.
That was a good amount of partying. For
Mhm.
me, I don't be outside like that long at one time, usually.
Yeah. Well, it's good. The sip and paint was good. We had a 90s themed sip and paint. And we had about 21 or 22 canvases pre-drawn, each individual canvas. So people got to choose kind of what they wanted to paint, which was nice. And it was well attended. I thought it was a good little vibe. It might not have gone off the way Renauda planned.
It was just like one thing after another.
You know how you have something in your head? It's like this idea. And you are trying to make sure that you execute this idea to perfection because it's what you want, right? And everything that could come up and changes your plan, and you got to just roll with it. So it was a lot of that.
I was rolling down a bumpy, rocky road. It was like a bumpy, rocky
brakes.
hill. Yeah. In a Flintstone vehicle.
Why don't we just talk about the Flintstones?
The kids not knowing, which is crazy. But anyway.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it was, when you do events, you know that things are going to go wrong, right? And that's okay. You pivot, you adjust. But it was like, literally, this would happen one day, that'll happen the next day. The very next day, it was something else. And it was like that damn near every day. Not damn near. It was like that every day, including yesterday, like all the way for 2 weeks. It was something. Hair couldn't get done.
Didn't come out right.
Outfit situation. Yeah, this wasn't the vision, but it is what it is. I'm rocking anyway. But we sitting here trying to figure out, like, why are they so tight? She trying to figure out how to loosen them up. Like, it just was not what it was supposed to be. Went to one store thinking, oh, I can save time and go here, get there. And they're like, we have 5 things in the store because we're closing. Singers backing out and dropping out and flaking off. And I don't know, friends got all of a sudden these trips planned by people without their permission or whatever. Just, gee, can't be there, then he can be there, then he might not, but he was. I don't know, it was just shit. That's like a bunch of different, and that's just like, the like, wait, this stuff happened here, whatever. But it was, it got to the point where the day of, we were all late because we all had different individual issues preventing us from being there on time. And when she called, like, oh, I forgot, I said, he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, hey, Like, I'm to the point now to where, like, it is what it is. It's gonna pop off when it's gonna pop off,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be what it is. I'm gonna enjoy myself tonight.
Mhm.
I'm not about to sit here and be all wrapped up in the details, which is what I normally do, which is fine because, they're my events. But yesterday I was like, this is my birthday. This ain't my event. Y'all do this. I mean, I still help, but once, a couple of shots of tequila kicked in, I don't know what was going on. I don't know what they was doing. I don't I did not participate in that.
Mhm. It
But
was
we had
good though.
fun.
It was fun. Yes. And she was like, I don't know if other people have fun. Everybody had fun. Everybody enjoyed it. And when I walked around and I looked at everybody, they were into their painting.
Mhm.
They were chilling, listening to the music. It's a whole vibe. And I honestly think it doesn't have to be advertised as sip and paint with entertainment.
Mhm.
I think you could advertise it as a sip and paint, period. And then the entertainment is just another piece to it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
And that's kind of what I decided I was going to do moving forward. Because at first I was going to do poetry because I wanted a singer,
Mhm.
didn't have a singer. And then I was like I told you, I don't want to be the entertainment on my birthday.
Mhm.
I'm not a Leo. I don't need all the attention on me all the
Mhm.
time. I just it was already my birthday, but I wanted people to just get together and have fun.
Mhm.
But I also wanted to relax.
Mhm.
And I feel like I did that. And towards the end of the night when I went outside, I was just like, okay, I'm warm. I need to drink some water.
Mhm.
And then when y'all came outside, I was like, dang, how long have I been out here?
You were missing for a minute. So somebody was like, I hope Renauda's okay. And I was like, I'm pretty sure she is. And then I was thinking about it and I was like, but where is she? Because I haven't seen her in a while. And so it was time to clean up. And I was
Mhm.
like, I'm sure she's okay. And somebody was in the bathroom the first time I went. I was like, I hope that's not Renauda.
Mhm.
And so I went outside, took stuff to the car, and I had to come back around the front to get back in. And that's when I saw you.
Yeah, I was like, Kennitha, where
I
did
was
you
like,
come from?
oh, she been chilling out here. Okay.
My thing was, I was like, I'm gonna go sit outside for a second because I had just told Gia, I want to say 7:48,
Mhm.
like we got to wrap up at 8,
Yeah.
and he was like, okay,
Monica was on it.
was she?
She was.
Okay,
Yeah, she was
I
like,
appreciate it because
it's almost 8:00. Like we gotta clean up. And so she started cleaning up. She
okay,
prompted it.
I appreciate you. I was like, I'm gonna go get some air real quick. It's supposed to be real quick.
Uh-huh.
And then when y'all came out, I was like, oh shit, we gotta. And y'all was like, it's done. And I was like, everything? Like, you do your kids. Did you really
like
get everything?
is it my kind of clean or your
Right.
kind of clean?
But I think that's the thing that I like about our group of like friends, even if
Mhm.
you're participating as somebody working the event or not. We've always had a group of friends that when we're done with events, everybody helps to break down.
Mhm.
Like even when we were at Capitol, all the people like even before Julie was like super involved with like hosting and stuff like that, they used to help break down a shade. Like you would be there. I'm like, y'all don't have to. And everybody be like, where do you want this?
Right. This
But
is
I'm
a
like,
group thing. It's not just on you.
I know,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
y'all came to watch the show, enjoy the show. I'm not trying to put y'all to work, but it was always nice if people came in and I was setting up still. They'd be like, well, what you want me to do? Only thing was like the tables sometimes was hard to explain to people at Capitol anyway,
Mhm.
like how I wanted them. And I remember Sam used to always be like, well, where you want me to put them? I'm like, can you just move it over there and then I'll just adjust it? Because then they feel like you, I don't know what you call it, but you know how somebody, I'm like, oh, you want me to do that for you? And you're like, yeah, sure. And then you do it. And then you come over and you're like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't want it to feel like that.
Right.
So I
Like,
was
thank you so much for doing this, but
right.
But yeah, okay, that's it. It's good now. It's good.
And it always feels like that no matter what, because one time G and D'Angelo had to set up. And I walked in and I was like, and they were like, we tried. And I was like, and I appreciate y'all.
Mhm.
I do. But don't
I'm just gonna
get
make a
mad because
little
I'm about to
adjustments.
change this. But they tried really hard.
Mhm.
And
You
so,
made it way easier for me. Thank you.
right. I didn't have to pull everything out. I just got to
Right.
adjust the stuff. But
Mhm.
I just appreciate everybody always being willing to be like, okay, it's breakdown time. And it's like a whole well-oiled machine.
Mhm.
Even when it's people who are newer to the group or they
Mhm.
just happen to be around, where you want to put this? Da, 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 da.
Mhm.
Like, it's cool.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's just gonna get better. And I have some ideas that we can incorporate And I have ideas on how I want to try to do a sip and paint in the future. But yeah, it's cool. It was good. It was a good event.
Yeah, I had a good time. I definitely had a good time.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
And we left. We went to Norma Jean's. Had some really good food.
Yeah, G was like, I'm glad y'all decided to go there. That was tight because Renauda needed to have a good experience there. I said she did, it was.
It was amazing. I had the brisket mac and cheese. It was really good. When Monica had oxtails mac and cheese.
Yeah, she had the oxtails dinner with the greens.
She got greens too. You had.
What did I have? Oh, I had the Cajun.
She had Kill Renauda food. She chose
the chicken and shrimp.
Kill Renauda food.
Cajun pasta. I was like, is this going to be okay? I'm sitting across from Renauda eating shrimp. Are you going to be fine? She's like, I'm fine. Okay. Good, because I ate it.
That was funny. And then we were talking about the setup there because we're going to be doing, G and Dooley are doing the Acting a Fool show there. And, I'm all things aesthetics. So, they were talking about it, but he was talking around me. And I was like, what did you say? And then he talking to somebody else talking about, the person we normally talk to or we'll be talking to about this, we ain't talking to them right now about this. And I was like, why not? Why? Because you're like on 8 shots of tequila and this is not a good time. But I was like, then you said something and you did something with your arm and he was like showing me something. And I was like, what? And he said, no, this is exactly why. I said, no, you was going like this. And you that was right when you had just moved your elbow. And I was like, I didn't see it. So he was like trying to wave me off. Like, no. But Norma Jean's was cool. We had really good food there, really nice. The bartender there had great energy. Her and Monica had the same energy. Was not there. I was not on that level. She was like, oh, y'all coming here to have a good time. Let's have a good time then.
Right. Like, ooh, I love it. I think it seemed she was excited to see a group of Black women just chilling.
Yeah. I absolutely think so.
Yeah.
Because she came over like,
okay,
I'm here
birthday?
for this energy.
Yes. Like, oh, I love it. Like, we just chilling. It was good.
We just trying to mind our business. Did somebody make the group chat for those of us?
I did not make it yet.
Okay.
Well, we did. So we came up with... It's a group of us following, I almost wanted to call it the Comedians Wives Club, but everybody ain't wives in the groups. I don't know what we're going to call it, but it's I don't know.
The group of women, no. The group of women connected to the comedians in our group. Like, we're going to acronym that.
Friends of the comedians.
The ladies,
I don't know.
The ladies. I was going to say the ladies of the comedians, but no, that don't work.
I don't know. We're going to come up with a group. We got to come up with a group chat. Because we were talking about how we go to support the guys. Well, everybody, not just guys, because there's some female comedians.
Right.
We go to support them. And when you're the person that the comedian asked to come support them, you don't realize until you get there that they're asking you to come sit by yourself and entertain yourself because they're not there to entertain you. Right. And so it's like just talking about, well, you asked me to come with you and you're not even performing, so when your significant other is a comedian and they're going to an event that they're not a part of, how some people may expect, okay, so, well, since you're not on the show, that means we're going to sit there and watch the show together, right? Like, we're going together and we're going to hang out together and we're going to talk to each other. And when you get there and you sit down and they might sit down with you and they say, hold on, I'll be right back. And they are gone for the duration of the...
Right. You're like, what is right back? They only come right back if they're bringing drinks back. But then you'll notice they'll set your drink down.
Yep.
And then they keep going with their drink. And you're like, okay. And it's like whether they're on the show or not, they're going to do what comedians do, which is go gather somewhere outside and have a grand old time.
Right.
While you're in there watching the show.
I think it should be mandatory. Whenever they have an event, they should have a table for all of us.
They should.
It should be reserved.
It should be.
And they need to know
so
who
we can just sit together.
Right. So we can just sit together and keep each other company. And we don't all have to sit separate places in this event by ourselves. hoping that you
They don't even
come
need
back.
seats. Just put us, if y'all got tickets, put us in y'all seats and y'all go outside and do what y'all
Yeah,
do.
because y'all ain't gonna sit down.
And if they do come in, they just stand around in the perimeters. It's like that everywhere. The shows, the mics, everywhere. And we ain't scared of y'all either. So y'all can say what y'all want to say when you hear it.
Right.
We also had this conversation last night in a couple of them's face.
They was like, yeah, y'all need a group chat. It's like, you know what? We do. We need a group chat. So that's my goal today, is to create a group chat.
Because that's crazy.
For all of us. So we know, who are you going to this event tonight?
Right.
You know, are we going to be able to chill? Let's all just sit together and communicate and just be in company with one another.
And motivate each other to be like, we said we was going, so let's go sit together. That'll make it
Well, it makes
better.
it funner. Well, yeah, it's not that interesting to go sit by yourself at an event and watch. Like, I mean, the comedians are entertaining, yes. But sometimes, especially when it's like an open mic, it's stuff you have heard, especially if you go all the time. It's stuff you've heard over and over again, right? And so it's still kind of interesting, but
yeah, because you're watching the growth.
It's not as funny as it is, right? The first time you see a really funny skit, you know, it becomes like, okay, I've heard, okay, they put a little change on that one, like that's still funny, or no, yeah,
like,
that wasn't that's not as funny, or you know, but it's still cool. I enjoy going out and just watching the comedians, watching G work and all of them work. It's yeah, it's inspiring, I guess, to see all these young minds working towards something. They are working towards something, yeah. All this creativity, I've been really enjoying the inspiration that's been like just coming to me from events or doing things and just getting out there. You're always pushing me to do stuff. Listen now, I know I got some skills, but I feel like Renauda believes in my skills more than I believe in my skills.
She got this.
Because I'm like, this girl gave me how many drawings?
Because she got this. She can do this.
She gave me 22 different drawings to do for the sip and paint. I said, listen.
I wasn't like, here, Kennitha, do all these. I was like, here's some ideas. And she was like, well, I did 15 of them already. And I was like, what?
See, I can't make decisions. So you got to send me what you
That's
want.
why I just sent them to you and was like, you do whatever.
Just know, when you send it to me, I'm like, I'm going to do all of them. There was only one I started, and I was like, this thing got so many details. I can't do many of this one.
And then you know what I was thinking? Somebody would have painted that, and all of that detail would have been lost.
It would have been.
And then like, you did all that for
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I could simplify it, I guess. But for me, you know, it's got to look like the picture, right? I got to have all this detail. You're right. I was looking at some of those paintings last night. I was like, okay. You know.
I know. I was like, oh, all the details gone. And then Janae, I don't know, she was sitting over there with Diamond in a black dress. She had one of the Leo ones, and she stopped because she said she messed up her eyebrows and made her look like a monkey. Oh. I was like, do you want me to have the artist come over here and help you correct it? She said, no, I'm done. I'm done.
She made her look like a monkey?
It didn't look as bad as she was saying. But you know, when you mess it, it's just like, man. I mean, she still had a good time. I haven't seen her in a long time. But I've known her for like about as long as I've known Ari.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, my friend who did the Ice Cube one, she messed up his eyes. And I was like, just let it dry. The paint, it's acrylic, you know. You can let it dry and you can paint over it. Once the paint is dry, you can add whatever color you want. And
it looked fine to me.
Edit the details. Well, she fixed it some more.
Oh, okay.
And then it was looking better, but she needs to keep, you know, fixing it.
Well,
but that's okay.
In my condition and with my situation, from where she was when she showed me, I was like, that's Ice Cube?
It was, yeah. It was
still Ice Cube to me?
He was a little kind of cockeyed a little bit.
Maybe he smoked.
He might have. Maybe he got punched in the eye. Well, this eye was bigger than that eye. Okay. Because it was closer to the camera, I guess. I don't know. But it was fun. It was good.
Fun. And then people sitting here like, I want this one. I actually like the idea of the one and done, because then it promotes the whole, you want to be here first to get
you gotta get what you want.
Yeah. And then people's like, man, that one's gone. Ari, the whole time Ari was trying to get mine. She's like, you sure you don't want to just... I said, listen, any other one, I'd say yes. But this was specifically for me for today. And she's like, all right. That's why I turned her painting upside down. She was tripping.
Her little Kim was cute.
Yeah, it came out really good. Cute.
She said, "I'll be watching you."
I know you must have complimented her. She's like, "Oh, from you, that means
She
everything."
did.
I was like,
I did. I said, "That's cute." She was like, "Thank you. I'm getting better." It was fun.
We're gonna have some expert painters in the building in a minute.
Mm-hmm. And people reaching out. So, the two people, there was two people last night, like, how can I get some canvases from you so I can throw my own little, like, yeah, I will charge you for the canvases.
Yeah.
I want to figure out what I want to charge per canvas because it's not going to be like $5,
No.
$25 per picture. You could do whatever you want with it.
But if they want the whole setup, that's a different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or we can come put it on for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that'll be another thing to add.
That's on the list of, functions. I was like, let's see how this goes. And then Tyler had asked about the one, and I was like, okay, let me price that out and see what that looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a price for that if you wanna, we can talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the bigger the situation, the cheaper the price can be.
Yeah.
I'm like, the smaller, the shorter, no, none of those are the words. But I think it would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
We got a PA system. We can go throw little ones for people.
Mm-hmm. And we got plans. We got things to do.
There's a lot in the pipeline, but
it is so much.
Yeah.
But it's all good. I sold some candles last night. So
yes.
I didn't have, I got to get my setup though, so I can do a pop-up and look official. Mm-hmm. That was my thing. It's like, I don't know if I want to bring my candles because I don't have the tablecloth I would want to have, and I don't have the signage that I would want to have and the pricing laid out. And so I want to work on that. But I sold like 5 candles last night.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was cool. But yeah, I liked it.
Up. I'm sorry, what is your candle company name?
Oh yeah, that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Black Flame Creations is my candle company. So you can find it on blackflamecreations.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I have collaborated with a friend of mine. Hers is momentscollected.com. And so she's taken my candles and put some of her art on the candles.
They're
and
super dope.
I think that's my favorite thing about the candle company. Like I like my candles with my little logo, but as this is kind of taking a life of its own, it's like, you know what? It's kind of cool to be able to offer candles to a company and then for them to put whatever they want on it. Like she did, put her art on it and sell it, where I'm still getting the money for my candle, right? But it helps their brand also elevate because it is a really nice candle. Currently, I'm using organic white beeswax. I have white beeswax, yellow beeswax, and soy. And those are the 3 waxes that I choose to use. And I may do some blend of them, but the organic white beeswax for me is, I think, my favorite. It kind of has a sweet smell to it. It kind of smells like honey a little bit. So that might alter any scents that I throw in it. But the burn is clean, and beeswax naturally filters the air. So when you're burning it, it's not just putting soot in the air, it's actually adding to and taking away from. So it's nice. I like it. And it burns super long. They burn a long time. So, I think it's worth the money. It's hand poured. It's all done in-house. So the candles are not very cheap, but they're not cheaply made.
Right.
So,
it's a labor of love too. Like,
definitely.
Y'all have not seen her making candles. She is like a whole chemist over there getting her stuff together.
Yeah, the house turns into a whole science lab. I got stuff everywhere. It's like, okay, I gotta find a space.
Yeah.
I gotta do something different. But it's cool. It's still, I like it. It's good. And it gets the kids involved. The kids are like, I got a job now. You're right, you do. So I need to pay them. So I think my prices may change, at least for the custom candles, when people are asking me to make a custom candle, because that's kind of what I want to advertise. But it takes so much more time to just make one custom candle that I can't offer that at $30. So as we evolve and get things going, stay tuned. Check us out. I'll touch base on once in a while. I got some candles in the car. I got to take them to the basketball game for G's coach. She wants some candles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Renauda got me working.
So but not the next event. You gon' well, kind of.
Which the next one?
The storytelling.
It's October.
October is acting a fool.
Oh, so, October 30th. Okay, November.
The 31st. And then November is, it's on Halloween.
Yeah.
And then November is the storytelling show.
Okay.
So that's going to be, so storytelling show will be quarterly, and we'll have 2 like artists, meaning 2 comedians, 2 poets, 2 songwriters, 2 authors or whatever, against each other. So it's a team of 2 and a team of 2. Everybody gets the same subject, and we'll give them about a month and a half to write on it. And it's not a team story. You don't get together and tell, like, write a story together. It's, 4 individuals with their stories. They have up to 10 minutes. And at the end, we pick a winner. And for the first one in November, it is Dahlia and G against D'Angelo and Cachet.
Okay.
So 2 comedians, Dahlia and G, and against poets, D'Angelo and Cachet. And Dooley's going to host.
Okay.
So I don't have to host. I asked him last night. I was like, you want to host? No, I said, what you doing on the 16th? He's like, nothing. I don't think so. Why? And I was like, this is before we talked about the music thing. But asked him if he wanted to host, and he said yes. So I'm so glad I have more people in my life that host now to where I don't have to do it. Because I was like, if D'Angelo and G are on stage, I'm not going to have them hosting too. Because I feel like that can sway the audience. They'd do it though. Either one of them would do it.
Yeah, but like,
you need to be the participant. Yeah, not the host on top of it. So yeah, I'm excited. I feel like it's going to be 4 wild stories. But I'm just trying to think of a crazy subject because they will all take it there. And that's going to be entertaining as hell. So that'll be on the 16th. If you see this before the 16th and need the address because you would like to attend, you can find us on Instagram and send us a message if you do not know how to contact us directly at talktoThem.kw. And eventually, I'm going to get my life together and do my talktoThem.rm, which I thought I did already, but I didn't. I think I started it and my phone died, and then I just never got back to it. But anyway.
Okay. So that's what we got coming up. Next month, we got Acting a Fool, the comedy show on Halloween at Norma Jean's. And I don't know what the entry fee is going to be, but it's going to be a good event. It's going to be cool.
It is. That's going to be a nice event to roll through.
And you're going to come. You're going to see all of us sitting in the corner watching.
Together.
All of us. And then November 16th, the storytelling event. Okay. And then I'm sure we have more coming up. So we'll talk about it. We'll look ahead. Yeah. Next week, maybe we'll make sure we have a good list of whatever's coming up.
Yeah, we need a calendar situation for the collective.
Now, I feel like a few weeks ago, we had this conversation about leaving people or what is it? I don't know. Did we talk about people making the voices? When your friend is talking about you or they're describing you in a moment.
We talked about it a little bit.
They use a voice to
the voice
reenact.
That comes with this. And she was like, and
it's funny because recently I feel like I noticed everybody who uses the voice because Renauda used the voice first.
No, I didn't. Did I?
I don't know. I feel like you did. I was like, did you just use the voice?
Was the storytelling? G's think was before the grocery store, wasn't it?
Before the grocery store.
When he was like, it's down to
yes, that was before the grocery store. Because I was like, Auntie, you better thank Renauda because she was like, it's on the vitamin aisle.
Right. I don't know what I said. She was like, well, I don't remember what she said.
Did you just use a voice? And you were like,
She wasn't on my
Yes, I
side, and I
did.
didn't understand.
Oh my gosh,
It was not
it's
okay.
funny. We have a time when we go out. Y'all be missing out. We do.
Even if nobody else does, we do.
We do. And the funny thing is, last night, Monica was like, "Y'all look like y'all ready to go. We're both ready to go."
Yes,
I'm tired.
we're ready to go.
So it was time to go, and I'm like, I thought we were leaving. I swear to God, we got up. It's after 10. They closed at 10:00. We're done eating. There's no need to still be in here keeping these folks past their work time. Like,
That's
we're
what
in
I
a
was
restaurant.
thinking.
And it was like, y'all need to use the bathroom. Okay, well, I'm gonna just go wait in the car. No, I wasn't just trying to go sit in the car while y'all finished doing what y'all was doing. I go sit in the car, I got the car on, I'm waiting. Y'all go to the bathroom, and then next thing you know, I'm looking, I see Monica dancing and y'all sitting down and talk, and I'm like, okay, I missed the memo because when I was headed to the car, she was like, "You're not leaving, right?" I was like, I'm going to get ready for y'all. Like,
when we got up and you went outside, and she was like, wait, she's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom too. I think I said it like 3 times. And Vanity had to go to the bathroom too. So we were all walking towards the bathroom, and she's like, wait, she's not leaving us, is she? Just like, no, I think she's just starting the car. And she's like, okay, but then she was like, I don't know, she was paranoid. So she opened the door, and she was like, you're not leaving, are you? And you said no, blah, blah. And we went to the bathroom. When we came back out, G was like, y'all leaving? He just wanted to have a shot with us before we left for Renauda's birthday or whatever. And I was like, oh, you're leaving. And so in the state of mind I forgot from the time I went to the bathroom and came back that you went outside. In my head, you were probably in the bathroom too. So I went and I sat down, and then they were like, no, I want to say it was even Monica was like, what is Kennitha doing? And then, or no, G said, what's Kennitha doing? And Monica's like, oh, I don't know. I think she went to go warm up. And we were all like, oh.
Right. I said, am I the weirdo that went to the car while everybody's still chilling? Because I swear I thought we were leaving.
We were.
So then I turned the car off. I sat there for a second, and I was like, okay, let me go back in here. I'll go back in, and I'm like, so what's happening? Because
and that's when you found out.
Right. Then they want to take more shots, and I'm like, oh, it was. I said we're with the closed down crew, right?
Yeah.
So now we seem to find ourselves in establishments after they close down. We're with the people who get to hang out with the people who are there.
We are now those people.
Yeah, and it's like,
we've been those people
okay,
for a little while, but
all right, I'm not used to that. I'm used to leaving, because they want to go home.
I'm used to it in places like if we were at some random restaurant, but I have been used to it at places where we do things where we we don't have to leave. But I noticed, I want to say at Capitol was probably the only place we didn't do that too much because the bartenders, they was all cool, like especially Cam. So after that, we would go to that one place. I don't know the name of it, but you got to go down some stairs that are really weird, especially if you've already been drinking, to go over to this place. I think to go down some more stairs. It's somewhere downtown. I don't know what it's called. They all know.
Is it a speakeasy or something?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
It's like got a DJ behind this wooden thing, this big old wooden thing up in a thing. And I don't know. I do not know the name of it. I'm always like, when we go, but yeah, it was like, I was thinking, yeah, it's 10:00. We got to go. That's why when our food was coming, I was like, oh my God, we ain't gonna have that much time to eat. And I needed to eat. I didn't eat all day, and it took a while to get to food.
I think it took them about 45 minutes for the food to come out.
Did it? I know me and Monica were like, what is taking so long for our food? And you were like, we have not been sitting here this long.
Y'all started, it was like 15 minutes. I was like, they got to cook it.
I don't know what happened. It
what are they,
like we
picking the wheat? I was like, dang.
They back there beating.
I know we hungry. You can't go somewhere when you hungry and want something right now. And this is not McDonald's.
Not somewhere where they make real food.
Yeah, like it's not fast food. This is a restaurant. It's your mama cooking in the kitchen.
Oh, but it was so worth the wait. It was worth the wait.
Yeah. So shout out to Norma Jean.
Shout out to Norma Jean. She was like, you gonna finish your... Well, I forgot what happened.
Did they eat your food?
G ate my food.
They ate your food.
I mean, I was done, but I was just like, I was going to take it home. In my head, I was going to take it home.
He was eating everybody's food. That's what he does.
No, that's what I was saying. When you was like, oh, well, we ordered his to go. And I said, but still, he sat over there and he was like, I was trying to see which one tasted the best. I think the brisket mac and cheese tastes the best. I was like, "That's why you want my food." Because he took more bites of your pasta, and he took more bites of my brisket mac.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, some of
then
Monica's.
there was some conversation, and then he was like, "Unless you done with that, you done with that? Are you gonna eat that?" And I was like, because I knew I wasn't gonna eat no more, and I was like, I wanted to take it home though, but it got all bad when I got home.
And then he paid for everything, which was nice.
Oh, that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I this morning I woke up and I was like, did I pay for my food?
Mm-mm.
I was like, I hope I didn't just walk out.
Yeah, he was like, we're not about to pay for her food. I was like, okay.
I was going to.
No, he wasn't gonna let you. He paid for mine. I was about to pay for mine, and he started paying for mine, and then he was like, "But I want to pay for Renauda's too." He was like, "Well, I just take the whole bill." It was just me and Monica. Go ahead. It was like $100 or something, but it was good. We had fun.
We did.
So what a weekend! All right.
Yes.
What gyms do we have?
You know what my gym is, which I try and live by, but I don't so much when I do events. But I'm gonna have to implement that in my event planning brain space. Is like, it is what it is. Everything's gonna happen how it's supposed to happen. Everything in divine timing. That's what I always say. Everything in divine timing. And it's going to be how it is supposed to be, and you got to be okay with that. Not saying that you got to accept all the bullshit that comes to you, but you got to understand that whatever happens is a part of whatever the process is to get you to wherever you're supposed to be next. And because I wanted to give up and say, fuck this event so many times. And I really think if it wasn't for Kennitha and Ari, I wasn't going to go. Y'all could have, I wasn't going to be there. Like, I was over it. So many things just kept happening back to back. And I was like, well, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. But I feel like there's a lot of people in a lot of situations where that maybe I'm not supposed to do this is the fork in the road. Do you lay down and give up because things are going to happen? It happens. Or do you, keep going and just roll with the punches and figure it out, have backup plans? It is what it is. Nobody complained last night. But there was so many things going on that were not going how they were supposed to go. But as the event planner, as the visionary, you want it to be what you pictured exactly all the time, and for it to go off without a hitch, and it's no big deal. And that's like, even G was like, you mad at me? You want to yell at me? I said, no. I said, listen, no. It's not even that deep. And it really wasn't. And I wasn't just saying that because I was like, I'm so mad. I was like, literally just like,
it was nobody's fault. It was just how things were happening.
The universe got us to where we were supposed to be when we were supposed to be. I believe it all the time when I'm running late, and I run late a lot. Is I heard something a long time ago. A pastor was saying they were mad because they were trying to get between Tacoma and Seattle, and they were running late, and traffic was just so backed up. And then they got up to where they would have been a little while ago, and there was a car accident, fatalities. And had they been where they normally would have been at that time, they would have been in that fatal accident. So sometimes you were slowed down, or obstacles are put in your way, or things happen to help you grow and just have a better understanding, to keep you safe and things like that. So that's where I boil all that down to, it is what it is, all things in divine timing. And that is my gym, of my long-winded gym.
Okay. I think, let's see. I think one thing that just keeps coming up for me, a message that I see, and then I feel like I get to see it play out, is that when you're leveling up is when the most stuff gets dumped in front of you, right? So that fork in the road and all those things that sometimes will stop you and make you say, you know what, forget it. It's that typically when you're leveling up, when you're on your way to something else, the next stage of life or whatever it is, sometimes it's the hardest. Those are the hardest phases to transition into. And so just keeping that in the forefront is like, I feel like we are on the brink of something major and in a lot of ways. And I think we have a lot going on right now. And sometimes it feels like, oh my gosh, this is so much. But I do feel like we are on the path of where we're supposed to be going.
Yes.
And so, there might be a lot more challenges that come up. And so, but we just take it as it is. And I think when you have somebody that you can talk to and like that good energy, and you can collaborate with, effortlessly. It just makes that transition so much better. You're not just doing it on your own. It's a group of us. And so, just remember that, those tough challenges that might come in your way while you're trying to level up, just deal with them as they come because it'll be worth it. Yeah.
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 I forgot to talk about G not wanting me at y'all house.
She feels some kind of way because G likes seafood and fish, and
it'll kill me.
She is allergic to all of the above.
It'll kill me
from
dead.
The sea. And he got his hands on some fish the other day, and he brought home these big old fish. And it was the night that she was supposed to come over. It was the day before her birthday. And but he started cutting up this fish and cooking this fish. The whole house smelled like fish. So Renauda couldn't come over, and she was like, "Oh, it's okay."
He didn't want me there.
That's his Renauda repellent. She thinks he did on purpose, but I think it was just circumstantial.
No, the day before my birthday.
Why you gotta cook
he acting
fish
like
the day
other
before my
people's
birthday?
Spouses.
Okay then.
Yep, that's what it is.
Oh my gosh,
that's exactly. I'm gonna tell him too.
Both of your close friends, huh? Their spouses is hating on you.
Yep, one of them definitely is. G might have some wiggle room, but I doubt it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, especially. Oh, we'll talk about that off here. But yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. So we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll report when we officially really upload all this stuff.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.